Hello, everyone, and welcome to all our new staff members, students, and all stakeholders. My name is Paige Gordon, and I am the principal here at Banyan Elementary. Now, today I want to walk you through what we've learned about our school community through the Community Snapshot infographic. This visual overview helped us develop a deeper, more nuanced understanding of who we serve at Banyan Elementary and why our priorities for the coming school year must be intentionally aligned to the needs, strengths, and values of our families. Our school is a welcoming, diverse, and supportive K through 5 community located in Sunrise, Florida. Now, this diversity is reflected in our demographics where 65% of our students identify as Black or African American, 24% as Hispanic Latino, 6% as white, 3% as Asian, and 1% multiracial or other. We have a diverse linguistic population where Spanish, Haitian Creole, and Portuguese are commonly spoken. We also learned that 81% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch, underscoring the economic challenges many families face and the importance of wraparound supports. Our school is also interconnected with the broader community, with strong feeder patterns with West Pine Middle School and Millennium 6 to 12 Collegiate Academy, both of which share our focus on early literacy, smooth transitions, PBIS, and social emotional learning. This alignment allows us to build a coherent K 12 character education pathway that supports students' moral and academic development over time. Our school is also supported by community resources such as Sunrise Family Resource Center, Feed in South Florida, Broward Health, and the Dan Pearl Library. This shows that our families rely on a network of support that extends beyond the school walls. Partnerships with YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, Hands on Broward, Habitat for Humanity, and our local businesses further reinforces the idea that our school is a village and every member plays a part in helping our students thrive. These partnerships are ideal collaborators for character education initiatives, whether through service learning, mentoring, leadership development, or family engagement events centered on shared virtues. This snapshot also reminds us that our work is grounded in Bronfenbrenner's bioecological model, which emphasizes that children grow best when home, school, and community systems work in harmony. This research supports the idea that students thrive when multiple systems around them work in harmony to support their development. I would like to impress upon you that what stands out most is not just the data, but the shared values that resonates across the community. Our core virtues such as respect and kindness, responsibility, safety and social emotional well-being, equity and inclusion, family partnership, and a shared commitment to growth are not abstract ideals, but they are lived expectations that shape how our families, staff, and partners define a thriving school environment. These values also create a powerful foundation for character education. Janae's 2019 meta analysis demonstrates that character education consistently improves both academic and behavioral outcomes, reinforcing the importance of integrating the virtues that the community already prioritizes. This provides a neutral entry point for embedding character development into daily instruction, PBIS structure, and school-wide rituals. For example, our existing emphasis on social emotional well-being and inclusion aligns seamlessly with character frameworks that promote empathy, fairness, and perseverance. By intentionally integrating these virtues into morning meeting, restorative conversation, recognition system, and cross-grade mentoring, we are reinforcing the beliefs that matters most to our families. And by aligning our school goals with community values and embedding character education into our daily practices, we strengthen these systems and create conditions where every child can flourish. Our data indicate ongoing needs in academic acceleration and intervention, especially in reading, math, and science, consistent high quality instruction supported by PLCs, coaching, and data driven decision making, expanded family engagement, particularly for families navigating economic challenges, social emotional supports for students experiencing instability or limited enrichment opportunities, and a safe and structured environment before, during, and after school. While we have strengths in areas such as strong tutor and partnerships, active volunteers, and a robust aftercare, which are essential responses, support and training are still needed. The prioritization of these goals for the upcoming school year is intentional and firmly rooted in the documented needs and lived experiences of the Banyan Elementary community. With a student population facing significant economic challenges and persistent achievement gaps in reading, math, science, and writing, the school must focus on strengthening Tier 1 instruction, refining intervention systems, and deepening data driven professional learning. The community community's linguistic diversity and high percentage of families requiring additional support makes accessible family engagement and wraparound services essential. At the same time, maintaining a safe, nurturing climate remains central to our school's mission. These goals rise to the top because they are directly addressing the conditions most affecting our students' success. We must ensure that every learner receives high quality instructions, targeted support, and a school wide environment that promotes well being, belonging, and academic growth. The Community Snapshot infographic gives us the essential data we need to make informed, equitable decisions for Banyan Elementary. With 81% of our students on free and reduced lunch and a highly diverse population, our goals must prioritize academic support, multilingual communication, and culturally responsive practices. To support this endeavor, we are strengthening MTSS, expanding tutorials, and investing in consistent instructional system. The snapshot also highlights the importance of safety and relationships, especially given the community's socioeconomic diversity. This drives our decisions to resource structured supervisions, mentoring groups, and partnerships with the Sunrise Police and Fire departments. Technology planning is equally data driven. Because many students lack enrichment resources at home, investing in up to date computers and digital tools becomes a matter of equity, ensuring every child can access high quality learning opportunities. To support this endeavor, we will also draw on our partnership with the Sunrise Dan Pearl Library for added support. The infographics map of community partners such as Broward Health, Feed in South Florida, the YMCA, and more helps us align school goals with local support so families can access food, health care, and after school care. The snapshot is not just descriptive, it is a directive that we will ensure our decisions are grounded in real community needs, allowing us to allocate resources where they matter most and create a school environment where every child can thrive. Research supports that when schools build strong, trusting partnerships with families, student learning improves both inside and outside the classroom. At Banyan Elementary, every adult has a role in making that happen, and our approach is grounded in best practice frameworks from Epstein and from Mapp and Bergman's work on relational family engagement. Let's review how each stakeholder group will contribute. First, our school leaders set the tone and the systems. They ensure that families experience a welcoming, culturally responsive environment the moment they walked in. Leaders will use multilingual communication platforms, host curriculum and data nights, and align family engagement directly to our academic goals. They also build partnerships with community organizations like the Dan Pearl Library, Broward Health, and the YMCA to extend learning and support beyond the school day. And because technology access is an equity issue, leaders make sure families receive device support, training, and clear guidance on digital tools. Next, our teachers and instructional staff build daily instructional partnerships with families. They utilize two-way communications to learn about students' strengths and needs, send home simple yet high-impact learning activities, and host workshops that help families understand reading and math strategies. Teachers also use culturally responsive practices, incorporate students' home languages and experiences into instructions, and invite families into the classroom for celebration of learning and volunteer opportunities. Our support staff counselors, social workers, ESC specialists, and the MTSS team focuses on removing barriers. They conduct family needs assessment, coordinate service with community partners, and offer workshops on behavioral strategies such as social emotional learning and navigating special education. They also provide translation and interpretation so every family can access information and participate fully in the decision making. Our front office and non instructional staff plays a critical role as well. They are often the first faces families see, so they create a warm, respectful, and helpful environment. They assist with registration forms and communication platforms, ensuring families feel supported, informed from the start. Our community partners extend learning beyond the school walls. Organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, and local faith based groups provide tutoring, mentoring, enrichment programs, and family workshops. They also collaborate with us on service learning projects that reinforce character education and civic engagement. And finally, families themselves are essential partners. We encourage families to engage in two-way communication, participate in at-home learning routines, attend workshops and conferences, and share their cultural knowledge to enrich classroom learning. Families also collaborate with teachers on goal setting for both their child's academic and social emotional growth. One key strategy for promoting inclusivity is embedding culturally responsive teaching and communication across classrooms. This includes using students' home languages whenever possible, incorporating culturally relevant examples in lessons, and ensuring all communication with families is accessible and multilingual. This action cultivates supportive culture by signaling to students and families that their identities, language, and lived experiences are valued. It also strengthens trust and engagement, with which research identifies as foundational to inclusive school environments. Mapp and Bergman 2021 emphasizes that inclusive schools intentionally build relational trust by honoring families' cultural knowledge and creating communication system that reduces barriers. For stakeholders, students, families, and staff, this strategy ensures that everyone can participate fully and equitably in the learning process. The second strategy involves consistent social emotional learning routines and relationship centered practices across the school. This includes morning meetings, restorative conversation, predictable routines, and positive behavior supports aligned with the school's values of respect, kindness, responsibility, and safety. These practices help create emotionally safe learning environments where students feel seen, supported, and connected. This strategy cultivates inclusivity by ensuring that every student, regardless of their background, ability, or home circumstances, has access to the same relational supports and predictable structures. Research shows that social emotional learning and relationship centered practices improves belonging, reduce behavior disparities, and strengthens school climate. Janae's 2019. For stakeholders, this means students experience consistent care, teachers receive clear frameworks for supporting behaviors, and families see that their children's emotional well being is being prioritized. Implementing these strategies directly supports human flourishing because they create the conditions in which every student, family and staff member can grow academically, socially, and emotionally. When the school uses culturally responsive teaching and multilingual communication, it affirms student identities and ensures families can fully participate in the learning process. This strengthens belonging and dignity, which are core components of human flourishing, by signaling that every culture, language, and lived experience is valued within the school community. Similarly, school-wide social emotional learning routines and relationship-centered practices promotes human flourishing by providing students with predictable structures, emotional safety, and opportunities to develop empathy, self-management, and responsible decision making. These practices align directly with the school's values of respect, kindness, responsibility, and safety, making character education a natural part of daily interactions rather than an isolated concept. Research shows that when students experience consistent relational support and explicit modeling of virtues, they demonstrate stronger character development and improved academic and behavioral outcomes. Our strategies to promote inclusivity are as follows. We will host multilingual, multi-platform communication campaign. Now, the school will launch a coordinated communication campaign that shares the goals across multiple platforms such as Parent Link, BCPS Connect, the school's website, newsletters, and social media in all languages spoken in our community. Multilingual communications ensures that every family can access and understand the goals. This strategy also includes short video explainers, infographics, and goal progress updates so families can see how the work is unfolding over time. By making communication accessible, consistent, and culturally responsive, the school removes barriers to participation and invites all stakeholders to engage meaningfully in the improvement process. Research shows that clear multilingual communication strengthens trust and increases family involvement in school initiatives. The second strategy is interactive family and community engagement events aligned with the goals. The school will host a series of interactive events, so goal launch night, curriculum and data nights, family learning workshops, and community partner forums where stakeholders can learn about the goals, ask their questions, and collaborate on solutions. These events will include hands-on demonstrations of instructional strategies, technology tools, and intervention supports so families can understand exactly how they can reinforce learning at home. Community partners, for example, include the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, and Broward Health, will also participate to show how their services align with the school's goals. This strategy encourages involvement by making stakeholders co owners of the work rather than passive recipients of information. Research supports that when families and community partners are invited to share in the decision making process, engagement becomes deeper, more equitable, and more sustainable. At this time, I wish to thank you all for your time, your partnership, and your commitment to our students and families. The work we do here at Banyan Elementary is only possible because we do it together as educators, families, community partners, and supporters who believe in every child's potential. Your engagement, your feedback, and your willingness to collaborate strengthens our school community and helps us move closer to our shared goals. I appreciate your dedication to creating a safe, inclusive, and thriving environment where every student can grow academically, socially, and emotionally. Together, we are building a school culture rooted in respect, responsibility, and kindness, and I am grateful to each of you for being a part of that journey.